How to overcome shyness and approach Ukrainian women with confidence. I have good and bad news for you. I will start with the bad news. If you are really bad at approaching women of your culture in a way that you are shy and awkward, or you're overly pushy and persistent, you will bring this attitude with you, and you will bring this habit with you on your dates with Ukrainian women or women of different cultures, and pretty much you will get similar results. Regardless if she is American or Ukrainian, you still will be you, of the same age, same height, with the same attitude. And if we are talking about dating Ukrainian women, then of course she will have certain expectations based on her cultural background, regardless if she lives in the United States for 10 plus years, or she has just recently left Ukraine, or she still lives in Ukraine, or she has never left Ukraine. She still will expect a man to text her first, to initiate communication, to ask her more questions on the date, to do most of the talking, to actually know where he's taking her. It's not just about bringing flowers and footing the bill at the end of the date. If it was just about flowers and footing the bill, it would have been so much more easier. But I have some good news for you as well. You can use in your advantage these cultural differences. If you know how to use it right, you can play your foreigner card in your advantage, and I will talk about it in this video. So how to overcome your shyness and approach Ukrainian women with confidence? First of all, you have to get rid of the stereotype that just because you are a foreigner, all Ukrainian women will be willing to date you. Actually, it's quite the opposite. The fact that you are from United States or you're from New Zealand, it won't make you super appealing in the eyes of the majority of Ukrainian women. International dating is for people who are romantic, cosmopolitan, open-minded, and for a traditional society, for people who are really traditional, it will be way too different. Usually, Ukrainian women, they not only want to date someone who represents their culture, but they also want to date someone who speaks the same dialect. And we will represent Ukrainian men and Ukrainian women, and you will be surprised, but people want to date someone from their area because they want to date someone who speaks their dialect and who understands local traditions. So my first tip is to skip the foreigner scene and to approach it with the idea that she is a woman, a beautiful woman, and I am a man, and I want to court her. If, for example, you saw her profile on Tinder and there she writes that she speaks English, Russian, Ukrainian, and you like her photos, don't jump into this conversation with the question, are you Ukrainian? Well, if she has mentioned that she speaks Ukrainian, chances are really high that she is Ukrainian. Instead, approach it as if she's a beautiful woman, you're a man, and you want to catch her attention. So read what she has written about herself, look at her photos, not just looking at her photos without reading what she has written first, then the pictures, and you comment 2 things about her profile that you find attractive. Yes, you can mention that, wow, you speak 3 languages, this is really impressive. And after that, you comment something that you like about her photos. For example, you have really beautiful green eyes, or wow, you ski, I also love skiing. Because sending her the first question like, are you Ukrainian? Are you from Ukraine? It seldom works. Like, don't do it. Start with the compliment, start with the profile, compliment her language skills, her photos, since she has mentioned in her profile. If you have decided to approach a lady offline, always start with the smile and the eye contact. Don't just walk to the lady and then you start talking without the eye contact, because you never know, maybe she doesn't want to be approached. She is married, she is taken, she is busy at the moment, she doesn't want your attention. This is such a cliche that all women always want male attention. No. So you want to make sure that your attention will be welcomed. So at first you have to make the eye contact and you have to smile. And if she smiles back, then you approach her. And then again, you start with a compliment. You tell her something that, wow, you're very attractive. I just had to come to you and say hi. And after that, when you start talking, if you notice the accent, you compliment it. You say something like, Wow, you have a really beautiful accent. What is it? You don't label it. God forbid, don't tell her that, oh, are you Russian? Oh, that's an accent. You speak with an accent. This is so unattractive. I remember years ago, prior to COVID, I was having lunch with two friends, and one lady, she is from Poland, the other lady is from Montenegro, so none of us are from Russia. And a man has approached our table. Two ladies, two of us are married, myself and the lady from Poland, and a lady from Montenegro were single, and she has smiled to a gentleman. We have started talking. The gentleman was from United States, and the first thing that he said was, oh, you are Russians. We have told him that no, we are not Russian. No, but you are. I can hear it by the way you talk. No, we are not from Russia. No, but you are. I can hear it by the accent. Do I have to explain to you why my friend from Montenegro has not given him her phone number? Even though he was quite persistent, quite good looking, well, she said no. Instead of making assumptions that she's this or that, ask her, compliment the accent, tell that it is very attractive, really unique, really exotic. Smile, turn it into an opportunity to create this flirting connection. How to overcome shyness and approach Ukrainian women with confidence? Turn your shyness into your advantage. You can honestly tell to a Ukrainian woman that, you know what, I'm shy by nature. I didn't have a chance to date multiple women because I had other priorities. I was so busy getting my degree, or climbing the career ladder, or I was so busy with my business, with my job, traveling. I'm not a player by nature. I'm a one-woman man, so I was not dating around much. This is your opportunity to boast with your career achievements, with your education. Of course, don't boast with how much money you earn or how much money you have on your banking account. This is unattractive. And for a decent woman, it will be a huge turn off if you start bragging with how much money you make, etc., etc. She will feel like you are lacking the confidence, you are lacking in other fields, and this is why you try to buy her attention, you try to persuade her to give you a chance by throwing numbers. This is very unattractive. Instead, talk about your achievements. Talk about your career achievements, talk about the trips, your personal achievements. For example, that you have managed to travel to 48 countries, or that you have climbed so many mountains, that you play this sport or you participate in this charity. This is attractive. You can tell the lady that I have been programming since I was 19 and I really love solving problems, and I always want to see how the small business operates. So I worked for the big company, then for several startups, because I always wanted to build my own startup. So I didn't have much time to actually date, but now finding the right partner is a priority for me. So yes, I'm a little bit shy around women because I don't have much experience of dating around. And you turn your shyness into your advantage. You show that you're not a player, you're a one-woman man, and you're looking for a serious relationship. And this is attractive for the right woman. After you have talked about your education and your career, of course, you should talk about your today life. What you have achieved and what do you want to build in the future. I have a good life. I have friends, hobbies. I like doing this and that. I have fantastic family. I have finished repair in my house or in my apartment. But I miss the love of a special woman. I want to build a serious, lasting relationship. I want to get married in a couple of years, or I want to get married soon. I want to have kids. This is a priority for me. And you, what do you dream to achieve in a couple of years? So you give her an example which field you want to hear about, her personal life. There is also one psychological trick that can help you feel more confident before the date with the Ukrainian woman, regardless if you are doing a Zoom date or you're having an offline date. Stand in front of the mirror and try to strike a confident pose. In your opinion, what does a confident pose look like? For example, you put your feet wide, you spread your shoulders, and you look at yourself in the mirror, and then try to relax in this pose. Or if, for example, you're going to have a Zoom call with a lady, a Zoom date, don't call it a call, call it a date, then sit in front of your camera and look at yourself. Do you look confident? Do you feel relaxed in this pose? Then try to change it to look confident and relaxed. And try to memorize this feel in this position. And when you are on a date, try to think of that position and to return to that position. Should I place my feet apart? Or should I place my shoulders apart? Where should I place my hands to resemble that confident guy in the mirror? Do I feel relaxed? Should I move? Also, when you're on a date, it's actually a good idea to move. Because when we sit in front of each other the whole date and we don't move, so we have arrived on a date and we have taken one pose and we spend this 1 hour or 2 hours in the same position, and the body feels stiff and the date feels stiff, it's always a good idea to actually change the pose. So this can be a good idea, for example, for the first date to meet for a cup of coffee, to have that coffee and then to walk. When you work, you change the place, also you move. For example, you can go and have lunch and you change places, you change positions, you change the topics that you discuss. Because if you sit in the same room with the same person on the same table, pretty much you're discussing same things in the same position and the energy is very similar. Or for example, if it's a lunch date, you are not glued to that chair, you can change position, you can sit next to a lady. For example, you want to show her something in your phone, several pictures. You can change that position and sit next to her, then you can sit back. Just change your body position and she will mirror your movements because you're moving, she will also move even slightly, and it will help to improve your date. How to overcome shyness and approach Ukrainian women with confidence? First of all, you have to keep in mind that even though you find her very attractive, and probably she is very attractive, her pictures are beautiful, and maybe she is a beautiful person in real life, she is an attractive woman, but even if she says no to a second date with you, the planet won't stop spinning. The world won't end. There will be other women. So don't place women on pedestals just because she has agreed to go out with you on 1 date or 2 dates. It takes 2 to build a relationship. So if there is mutual interest from her side as well, it makes sense to invest time and effort and a piece of your heart into this acquaintance to build it up to the level of your relationship. But if for whatever reason you see that interest is one-sided, she doesn't show much interest, well, move on. It doesn't make much sense to try to persuade someone who is not interested to date you. You can overcome shyness by talking to women, by romantically talking to women. Because sometimes men tell me that, oh, I have many female friends. Like, I'm an accountant, all my colleagues are females, and all his colleagues are women who are way older than he is. And they talk to him like to their sons, so it's more like mother-son relationship. And it's not the same vibe. You can only get better if you talk to real people. It is always a good idea to actually attend some local speed dating, maybe online or offline. To do Tinder maybe, to combine it with offline dating, to try to meet different type of people and to watch how they react to you. What type of reaction does this age group of ladies give to you? Or for example, this group of ladies gives to you. Should you try this joke on a date? For example, when you share this story, you can get better only when you talk to real women. Chatting online and texting online, regardless if you do Tinder or any other dating platform, it's not the same. It's like trying to play those computer games like car racing and then claiming that, oh, I'm a professional car driver just because you play a computer game. No, it's not the same. Should you learn a few phrases in Ukrainian to try to impress her? Yes, if you can pull it off with a smile, if you have enough confidence for this. For example, you can tell her that you have learned online that in Ukraine it is traditional to bring flowers for the first date, that it is such a nice way to turn an ordinary meeting into a date. And then you can tell her with a smile, "Квіти для тебе," which literally translates like flowers for you. And then you smile, and for sure she will like it and it will earn you extra points. Just don't overdo it. Once or twice per date, this trick will work. More than that, it will be way too much. Guys, I hope it was helpful. I hope you will implement these tips and advice into your dating routine. And right now is the time to press like if you like the content that we create for you. Of course, you can support our channel by becoming a sponsor. Also, if you want to learn more about our matchmaking process and coaching program, you can request the complimentary consultation with the matchmaker. I also strongly encourage you to check the blog at our Diolli.com website if you like reading articles. I will also leave the link below this video. My name is Svetlana Mucha. I'm the founder and the leading matchmaker and dating coach at Diolli.com boutique matchmaking service, and I'm filming this one for you in Barcelona, Spain with lots of love.